Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Lee the Evil Wizard. Welcome. Now in today's video, if you've read it from the title and the thumbnail, of course, we're not looking at one plugin today, we're actually looking at two. Today we're going to look at Ugritone's final two plugins, so let's check these out. We're not going to look at one plugin today, we're going to look at two. The reason for that is because it's Ugritone's final two plugins and I probably won't get time to do a video for each one. So I thought I'd just combine them both into one video.
Excuse me. No, missus.
So it might be a little bit longer than normal, but hey ho. Now, as you know, I've been a big supporter of Ugritone over the years, and they've also been a big supporter of the Evil Wizard. And big thanks to both Ron and Tony. They've both helped me out, and both of them are fantastic guys. So we've got final metal drums, and we've also got the black Metallier amp sims, part of their Ampenstein. So let's dive down into Studio One and take a look at them both. So to start off with, we'll get shut of the Ampenstein. We'll actually look at the Ugritone's drums at first. This is the UI for the Ugritone drums, for the final metal drums. As you see, they've gone back to that sort of black metal look, that black metal sound. We're in the forest. I think that looks fantastic, that UI. I'm not going to go as in-depth on this one as what I have done on some of the other Ugritone drums videos. There is a full playlist. I will put that down in the description, and obviously this will get added to it. Just a quick brief description. So that brings up your full mix window. So you've got your mix window, your effects, and your routing, and then get shut of them. That's your MIDI mapping all the way down there. And then you can invert it, so either from drummer's perspective or audience perspective. And then you've got your master mix of your humanize and your master output gain, all your different presets in there. We'll look through them. Now for some reason it's fetching them up twice. I don't know why that is, but anyway, your usual output, routings, and your settings. Without further ado, we'll have a listen at the presets. Now for demo that you've just heard, I was using the Out Flames kit. Let's take all this processing off. The only processing I've left on at the moment is the processing I've got on the bus, which is just the BSA drum bus, a little bit of EQ. And did I use the clipper this time? No, didn't use the clipper at all this time. So that's all we've got on there. I've switched the verb, all the sends off to the drum distortion and the reverb. So you're basically getting the raw drums just with a tiny amount of drum bush compression. Bush. So that was the kit that I used in that mix. That's the Out Flames. Go with the default kit to start off with. So this is the bleeding kit. This is the dry kit. This is final metal drums. This is the garage kit or garage kit. This is a little bit of room. Out Flames with Heard for now, but we will go back to that. And last but not least, Static Z. And back to Out Flames. And then let's sort of switch the processing back on. I've just got my sort of usual processing on there. So I usually start off with a bit of console emulation. I've got the Pro EQ in there. Was just to have a look at any problem frequencies. And then most of the processing is done on the virtual mix rack. That's on the kick. Snares the same. Virtual mix rack. Although just did do some corrective EQ after that. BSA silencer on as well, just to take some of that extreme top end off. Toms, we've just got some EQ and a tiny amount of compression. On the overheads, we've just got some EQ and a tiny amount of compression. On the rooms, some EQ and a little bit more compression on there as well. Everything else has just got that A console on. So that's the drums. So let's move across to the guitars and have a look at the Ampenstein. So this is the black metal amp. Now this is being done in conjunction with Vadim Taramov from Vartaramps. I've reviewed a few of his amp sims on the channel before. He's got a few more out now, so I will have a look, see what he's got, and reviewing some more. He's a good bloke, Vadim. Now, there's no indication on the website of what this is based off, but there's several different presets in there just to get you started off, and then you can tweak it as you please. Now, for this mix, I just use the basic presets. So this is the preset that I use for this mix. Now that's the old school black metal, and then you've got seen black metal, and as you can see, all you've got there is the amp and a cab, and as you see, it's a loud stack cab. So one is using one of Ron's. As you can hear, that one's got that sort of HM2 fuzziness in there. So you've got this fuzziness knob in there. I do like these knobs, these pentagram knobs. So you can actually just sort of turn that down a bit if you don't want so much of the fuzziness in. And then we've got Nonsense, which has got a little bit more going off in there. We've got a gate, compressor, the Ugritone, the black metal amp itself, and a lo-fi cab. As you can hear, that's another one that's got a lot of fuzziness in there, lots of everything. Apart from death, we've got no death and only a tiny amount of presence, but everything else is like almost to the extreme on that one. Stoned and black metal, another basic one. You've just got the amp, cab, and a 10-band EQ after the cab. I say I just use the old school black metal preset. That's what I use for the rhythm guitars. On this sort of lead bit right at the beginning, sort of bit of an overdub, I used the Nonsense preset, and I used a little bit of reverb on an effects channel. You hear that reverb in? Let me just take that reverb out. You do it without the reverb. That reverb in there just to give it more space, give it a bit more, just sort of almost pop it into the background a little bit, also give it a bit more atmosphere. There you go, folks. That was Ugritone's final 2 plugins. What do I think about these? Do they get the wizard seal of approval? Or do they get a finger to do? Well, for me, they do get the wizard seal of approval. Now, are these going to be to everybody's taste? No. They are sort of catered towards that old school black metal sound. If you're not into that, you're possibly not going to like these. But I don't mind a bit of black metal every now and again. And yeah, will I use these all the time? No. But will I use them if I come up with something that's in that sort of vein, or if I've got a client mix that's in that sort of black metal vein? Yeah, these will definitely be considered. If you've got the complete metal bundle or the almighty drums pack, you will get the drums as part of that. And if you've got the metal creator bundle, I think you get the amps as well, or the yearly thing that they started doing a couple of years back. You will get both the drums and the amps as part of that pack. So that's pretty good. Now, like I say, these aren't going to be for everybody. People that's into the old school black metal, or if you're somebody like me that also mixes and masters as well. If you got a client that's doing that old school black metal thing, these are definitely worth a look at. And what I did forget to say is all those grooves that I used for that track, they were all part of the DLC3, I think it is. Yeah, DLC3 metal pack from Ron over at Loudstack. I just did a slight bit of tweaking on the velocities on those faster bits, but apart from that, I didn't really touch them at all. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. I will leave a link to the Ugritone website down in the description. Like I say, get in there quick. Like I said, I'm not sure how long the website's going to be up and running for, so grab them while you can if you're into your old school black metal. And if you want to grab yourself some Evil Wizard merch, there's a link to the merch store down in the description. But that's all from me, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can follow me on social media, and you can get my music online. And if you want to support the channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.